For those of you familiar with the play pattern with the red-black sack deck in AFR, I'm sure that this scene looks all too familiar for you. Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We have another Premier Draft Baldur's Gate in store for you today. And again, if you have not yet really seen what this format is, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the upper right hand corner right now for you to go ahead and check out Friday's video. Friday was our first draft of this new set. I gave a big detailed explanation of exactly what this set is. But today's little abridged abbreviation, it's basically a combination of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, which was last summer's set, and Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, as well as a bunch of new digital Alchemy brand new cards thrown in there. It's kind of like a mishmash of all of those sets combined together to make Baldur's Gate here, and it's our new set. It's replaced Streets of New Capenna. Good or bad, I'm not sure. It has the potential to be much worse than Streets of New Capenna, and new sets are always fun. So we're just gonna have some fun with this for as long as we can. I'm gonna go ahead and release videos, draft videos of this on Monday and Thursday for the foreseeable future. I believe Dominaria United comes out early September, so this will be the format until Dominaria United comes out in early September. So let's try to have some fun with it. You know, let's keep our hopes high for the set being fun, and we'll hop into our second draft of the format here. Hopefully have a bit fewer mistakes than we did on Friday. We're playing a game that is straying farther and farther away from what we might consider traditional Magic: The Gathering at this point. But there's still some tenets that are here, so I'm going to try to clean up the play just a little bit. We're all kind of surprised with this set out of nowhere. Thanks, Wizards. And now we're going to have to deal with what we got and see if we can have some fun with the current set here. So we're going to need all the time we can to dive into these cards. Let's see. We have Robe the Archmagi, 3 mana, equipment. Whenever you equip creature deals combat damage to players, you may draw that many cards. And you can equip various things. That seems not great, except has very high upside. Draconic Lore, 6 mana, costs 2 less if you control a dragon, draw 3 cards. Okay, could be fun, and a dragon kind of thing. Orb of Dragonkind, Druid the Emerald Grove, 4 mana, 2/2 ETBs. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands, reveal them, then you can either put them in your hand or onto the battlefield depending on what you roll. This card's really good. 4 mana, 2/2, draw 2 lands, potentially can be better than that, is really good. There's also Sepulchre Ghoul, which is really good in the black-red sacrifice deck, which is still a thing. And Underseller Mycon, 3 mana, 1/2, ETBs or dies make a 1/1 sapling, taps to add a mana of any color. I'm going to pass up on some of this blue dragon stuff and go for Druid of the Emerald Grove here. And maybe we can be like a green, multicolored kind of thing going on. Whoa. All right, what do we have here? It's a 4 mana enchantment. Enchant creature or planeswalker you don't control. When it ETBs, conjure a card named Soldier of the Watch onto the battlefield. It can't attack or block, and its abilities can't be activated. So it's like pacifism, and you get to put a Soldiers of the Watch onto the battlefield, which is quite good. There's also Battlecry Goblin here, though, and it's going to be hard to pass up on a Battlecry Goblin. This is not great. Follow the Tracks is pretty good. You get to kind of seek one of these, almost like the tapped dual lands from Streets, but a little bit better because you don't have to sacrifice them. Hillgorger is good. So here's the Soldiers of the Watch that this creates. I think Battlecry Goblin is just too good. This card is so good. I mean, it's one of the best uncommons in original AFR, and it might continue to be one of the best uncommons in this set. So we'll take it here and we'll kind of feel things out. So this is the Steel card, the Active Treason variant for this set. You might have seen me have 4 of these in my deck on Friday. Obviously very good, can go well with Battlecry Goblin. Might be worth an early pick here, but let's see what else we have. Allura Rogue Companion, 3 mana, 4 mana, 3/2. Whenever you attack, up to 1 attacking creature can't be blocked. At the beginning of the end step, return that creature to its owner's hand. So that's not outstanding. You can specialize it into various things as well. I think I really do like myself a Hill Giant Herdgorger, and it goes really well with Druid, because Druid, if you can curve Druid into Hill Giant Herdgorger here, and I mean, it's either that or one of these red aggressive creatures to go with Battlecry Goblin, but I'm going to lean against that for the time being. Let's see, 6 mana 4/4, costs 1 less to cast for each creature you attacked with this turn, and it has double team, and as long as it's your turn, it has first strike. That's pretty good. Goblin Trap Finder, 1 mana 1/1. When it dies, seek a creature card with mana value 3 or less. Perpetually gains haste and 2 less to cast, but you have to sacrifice at the end of turn. Okay. That seems kind of like filler at the top of the curve there. Vampire Spawn might be the best card in this pack, but I'm going to try Knoll Hunting Party out here. If we're aggressive in any way, which green-red typically has the ability to be, the Knoll Hunting Party can be quite good in our deck. Alright, now we have 2 mana 2/2 that can ramp us at the cost of sacrificing itself. And then like I think this is literally Blade Brand. There's also Vampire Spawn. And Lizard Folk Librarians. There are all those cards are the things on the left if you want to pause and read what Double Team, Conjure, and Perpetual do. I think I'm going to hedge and go toward Vampire Spawn. Pick 5 Vampire Spawn is about as late as I would expect to see this card, usually, and none of these are particularly great. Vampire Spawn would be a difference maker in a deck for us, though. We do have Myconid here, though. I do like this card. 3 mana 1/2 ETBs or dies make a Saproling taps for 1 mana of any color. There's also Blessed Hippogriff, which I have been impressed with. Nefarious Imp has been fun. Warriors of Tiamat, Prisoners, Earth Cult Elemental, no thanks. Undersimplify is basically make disappear, but better. Counter target spell unless it pays 2, and if it's a creature, perpetually gets -2/-0. So even in the late game, if you counter that or try to counter that spell, they pay it. That creature still gets -2/-0 once it hits the battlefield. But I'm going to stay with the green here because I think I'd like to be some sort of green multicolored thing. Liara was pretty good last draft against me. There's that whole 1 red white text that I completely missed last time. Unexpected Windfall, maybe, but I think we'll go ahead and take another Myconid here. We're just going to have to make sure we end up with a lot of higher cards we're willing to ramp out. Or just some cards we want to splash. Hypnotic Pattern is no. Yeah, we'll take the Myconid here. Now there's another Vampire Spawn. I mean, red has been pretty cut. What does this even do? Protection, Demon, and Devils. Yeah, okay, no. Circle of the Moon Druids, filler. I think I'll take a Vampire Spawn and kind of hedge here. Battlecry Goblins is probably the best card in our pile. But if red's going to be this cut, and it's not even one of the best colors in the set, may not be worth it. Sepulchre Ghoul Wield. So did Inspiring Bard. Well, maybe the steel card wheels as well? No, it didn't. It's either this card or the next one. Follow the Tracks. Interesting. 3 mana to do that. It's kind of like a rampant growth kind of effect. I guess I'll take it. And it did wheel. All right, are we going back to black-red? I mean, if you're going to let this card go pick 11, when we already have a Sepulchre Girl, 2 Vampire Spawns, and a Battlecry Goblin, I mean, I'm going to take it. So, yeah, I'm not putting Iron Golem in a deck. Dread Lenorm. Maybe, I don't know. Flaming Fist, Officer, Lizard, Librarians. Don't think either of these matter for us. And Undersimplify came all the way back. So people are already underestimating that card. It's basically Make Disappear, but arguably better, in my opinion. All right, what do we have here? Shadowheart. 2 mana, 2/2 Death Touch. Activate only if a player has 13 or less life. At the beginning of your end step, it deals 1 damage to each player. You can specialize it for 2, and in our deck, it would more than likely turn into whenever you lose life during your turn, it deals. So basically, they lose 2 and we lose 1. It's pretty good. Sigil of Miracle. Beginning of combat, mill a card. When you do, if there are 4 more creatures, put a 1/1 counter target creature and gains Death Touch. That's okay, I guess, but it's like a very specific deck for that. Faraday's Fireball. Genasi, Rabble Rouser is pretty good. I think I'm hedging between red, black, and green, black right now. So I'll take the black card. Worst case, it's a 2 mana 2/2 Death Touch, and that's fine. And Specialize is only 2 on this. So for those of you who don't know what Specialize is, you basically pay the Specialize cost and discard a card or a land of a color. And whatever you discard, it would turn into one of these things. Now here's a Grim Bounty. I think we'll take that here. 2 mana 2/3 Specialize, Hexproof from Artifact and Enchantments. That's a weird line of text. Yeah, I think we're just landing on Grim Bounty here pretty easily. And still feeling out green or red as the second color. You meet in a tavern's not great. Ambitious cost certainly is ambitious. Gray Slod. 3 mana 4/1. You could send it on an adventure to mill 4. And then it has Menace and Death Touch if there are 4 more creature cards in your graveyard. I don't think that's our deck. I think I'm going to take the Rabble Rouser. This is really slow. It's a ramp piece if you really need that, and a fixing piece if you need that, but it's so slow. Sylvan Shepherd, Circle of the Moon Druid, not really. Don't think that's for us. Navigation Orb, even slower than Lantern almost. So let's take Rabble Rouser here. And another Slod, not for us, but there is a Provocation, another one. What does this do? Oh, that's that kind of weird thing. Okay. All right, well, we'll take Provocation. I mean, we have 1 Sepulchre Ghoul so far. That's our only sack outlet. But there's the opportunity to pick up more, as is Deadly Dispute right here. I think we'll take that. Now there is Kaga Shadow Archdruid. 4 mana 1/4. When it attacks, it gains Death Touch till end of turn, and you mill 2. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land or cast a permanent spell from among cards in your graveyard that were put there from your library this turn. Seems like a decent, fun little build around, but not for me when there's a Deadly Dispute to go with our double Provocation here. No, maybe, no. Blue Dragon's pretty good. Poison the Blade, you line up the shot. Yeah, I guess we're taking Fireball and probably going to be red-black. Here's a Deadly Dispute. Flying Double Team. 6 mana 3/4 Flying Double. That's pretty, it's all right. Decent little curve topper for white aggressive decks, but we'll take another Deadly Dispute here, and this deck is looking eerily similar to the one we drafted on Friday so far. All right, so Prof Prism, and then a bunch of kind of nothing. Basilisk is pretty good in green, but we'll take the Prof Prism here. It goes really well with double Deadly Dispute. You can sacrifice this to the Deadly Dispute because that can sacrifice artifacts as well. Rapier, no thanks. Spike Pit Trap, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Everything else here is not great. So we'll take the Pit Trap, Windfall, and Herd Gorger. Probably Windfall. Not a bad 2-drop there, I guess. We'll take Windfall. And I think we're probably not playing green. We do have to find a couple more, like another Sepulchre Ghoul would be really nice. And then another kind of powerful red-black card would really help fill out this deck. We'll go ahead and take another Windfall here. I doubt we're playing 2, but maybe we play that, but I doubt it. Maybe we play that if we have to. We are only at 7 creatures though, so that's a little ugly. Alright, we have one of the more popular commanders to be printed in the last several years. But unfortunately, it's not for us. 6 mana, 6/6 flying, ward 2, and it kind of copies your dragons. It's really good, but not for us again. Probably just Dragon's Fire. Dragon's Fire is a good removal spell. We're not really looking to wheel anything out of this pack either. So we're just going to go ahead and take the good removal spell in Dragon's Fire. And we do see another Sepulchre Ghoul, so thank you very much there. Shambling Ghast on the wheel wouldn't be awful. 3 mana 1/1. ETB's conjure a card named Lightning Bolt. Then discard a card. Whenever you conjure one or more, so a conjure build around? It's weird, but okay. I think we're taking the Sepulchre Ghoul here pretty easily. Yeah. Alright. Owlbear is good in green, but we're not in green. Ghost Lantern returns a card and then kind of a weird equipment on the backside when you play that. Find some prisoners. We already have that if we want it. Hook Horror. Maybe I could try this card. Lantern just still seems too slow for me. I mean, it seems okay. Baleful Beholder has never really been great. Would love another Provocation, but alright, what does this do? Oh, that's that. 3 mana, +3/+2, and haste attacks, and then you could attach it, but it gets -1/-1. It's another Deadly Dispute, though. I think I'll take the Dispute over these 3 things here. Alright, I think we have something here. What is this? 4 mana, 3/3. At the beginning of combat, target creature gets +X/+O, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. And we could specialize it into something. It's a 4/4 with Menace. That's the only difference. Oh, and target creature gains Menace as well. That seems fine, I guess. I mean, we're not really in the market for much of this other stuff, so we'll take that. Another Rabble Rouser is good. 2 mana, 1/3 double team, and you can kind of pump it as well. So we'll do that over Summon Undead, Manticore, Rapier, you know, all that kind of stuff. So another good 2-drop. And we did get another Provocation, pick 7. I mean, I don't know if Red-Black is as good in this set, but like, we already have 5 different sack outlets, along with 3 ways to steal their creatures and 2 free sack outlets here. So I'm going to assume it is until it's not. Right? We have so many treasures in this deck too that we could probably run 16 lands with this. Weaponry. Probably not good enough, but we'll see in deck build here. So we ended up with 3 provocations, which is fine. Which is good, more than fine. Not playing any of this. How many creatures do we have? 11? It's a little on the low side, so we're probably not playing that. Another Prism. Or like an aggressive card that I don't think is for us. I guess we'll take the Prism, but we're probably not playing two. Baleful Beholder, no thanks. Clutches is probably on the chopping block. I don't know about Pick Trap. I don't know about the second Prism or a Weaponry or like a second Windfall or even Hook Horror or Null Hunting Party. This is much better in aggressive deck, and that's not us. So this may not be worth it. Can also lower our curve and play 16 lands. Maybe we could play Manticore, who knows? And Summon Undead. Not for our deck. Alright, I think I would like to try 16 lands in this deck, which means we have 3 more cuts, and they're probably not going to be too many creatures. We only have 12. Which means this is bad, so that's probably a cut. Might have to play Manticore. Don't think I want a second Prism. I doubt I want a second Windfall. And then that would be the deck. We have a lot of removal. Dispute, Sacrificing Prism. We have Pit Trap on the removal. Weaponry. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's something. Our win cons are not outstanding, but we got some things we can do with this deck. Mainly the Steal and Sack, and then remove all their creatures kind of thing. We don't really have great top end, though. Don't really have any rares. So. But I'm willing to run it back like that. So I will see you in match 1. Alright, here we are in round 1. We got Battlecry Goblin. And no black. But we have outs to find black pretty quickly. At least we have a 2-drop. So we'll start with this. And if we find black, play Ghoul, and then we have Provocation with Ghoul. And that's really what we need. So. Not bad. Just gotta hope we draw the right lands and things. There we go. I think I'm gonna lead on Goblin. Only because I'd rather have this get removed than this. So if they play like Swamp and then a removal spell or something, I'd rather have this removed. There's a Swamp. Let's see if they remove it. Nope. What can you do? Young Blue Dragon's Adventure. Alright, not bad. They did keep it on top. Not a bad draw. That means we can use our mana. So we'll do this. And then attack. This does have flash, right? Yeah. Cool. So as we pass this back here, I'm trying to give you all as much new content as we can, so a subscription to the channel would be greatly appreciated if you wouldn't mind considering doing so. We were surprised with the new format, and I'm trying to get you drafts of the new format as quick as I can. This is releasing on Monday. I'm recording it on release day, but I'm actually going to be in Command Fest Indianapolis this weekend, so I will not have time to do a ton of drafts prior to when this set releases, but I really did want to make sure that I got you all the content that I know you need for a new format that just dropped out of nowhere. So if you wouldn't mind dropping a subscription to the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Alright, Pseudo Dragon Familiar. Can pay 3 to give another thing flying. Alright, so we will miss a land drop. I'm okay trading this for that thing at this point. Alright, they will not take it, so we'll just go ahead and play Rabble Rouser. Not quite as good as the Streets of New Capenna Rabble Rousing, but still a pretty good card, I think. Also, don't forget, in the description we have a link to the Daily Drafters Discord. Would love to have more of y'all join the Daily Drafters Discord as well. So go ahead and give that a look too. Alright, so this is a mana rock. 3 mana, tap to add a blue. When you spend it to cast a dragon, scry 2. Hopefully they don't have one of those 2 mana dragons. There are a lot more dragons in this set, though. I think there's like 23 or 25 dragons at common or uncommon alone, not including the rare and mythic dragons. So that's pretty good. Alright, so they're leaving up some mana here. So let's see what they do. Probably just going to play Vampire Spawn on the backside. They may do... Oh, they're going to let us get the double team trigger on Rabble Rouser here. So that's pretty good. Awesome. Thank you for the extra card. Oops, sorry. Go to damage, and I think I'll play Spawn. Although it looks like they might have something here. Return it to your hand. Okay. So if we draw a land, we can go Ghoul and Rabble Rouser. If we don't, we're probably just going to have to replay Ghoul here. Okay. Good provocation target. Still no land. So we can't attack. So go ahead. I mean, I guess we could have attacked with Battlecry Goblin, but I'm not willing to trade that with the dragon and then not play anything. Alright, well they are getting their scry game on. I mean, we have the combo here. We just need one more land. Alright, do we go for it? Or just play like Seraphoc? I think we gotta go for it. Let's see what they do about it. Do they have a counterspell? They could have, yeah, okay. Alright, well, we have another one, so hopefully they don't have another counterspell. Thank you. Alright, another ghoul. The only problem is we're running out of provocations here. Alright, I would rather... This has good attacks on this board, and I would rather this get countered, I think. So let's see if they're going to. They don't. Let's give this +0/+0. Pass it back. Okay, don't care too much about that. Oh, crit fail. Why can't they draw 0 cards? Okay, don't care so much about that or that, except for the fact that they get to scry 2 again. 2 bottom, not bad. Alright, let's hope this provocation resolves. Not sure it will. They could kill or bounce Sepulchre Ghoul in response. Which wouldn't be great. There goes Sepulchre Ghoul. We'll give it to this one, I think. I guess we can get in there with everything. We also get a trigger on Pack Tactics there, so... Okay, so do go to 2, and this thing is going to be tapped from now on, because it does have to attack every combat if able now. Draw a card, discard, put a study counter, and you can specialize it to do some things with the study counters that you have. Alright, so let's give this here. I don't think we had lethal with the specialize ability here, but this is going to be hard to keep track of a lot of that. Let's get in with everything. Draw 3 cards. Well, that's pretty good. Interesting. So we could use Spike Pit Trap here to keep our Saravok around. They do have 3 cards in hand, though. We wouldn't be developing our board. And then we can't kill the looter. So all 3 of these would die, and we would lose nothing. That seems okay to me. So if we high roll and go 10 to 20, then we could play one of these. We both crit failed this game. Okay, well, we have 3 lethal threats, and you have 2 cards. And this one can't block, so... That also can't block, so that's good. So that should be good unless they can... Well, that'll do it too, I think. See if that does it there. There we go. All right, we got there in game 1. Back into gold. Back on the play with Sepulchre Ghoul and Deadly Dispute. So we're keeping that. We'll flash in Spike Pit Trap on the end of their turn. And then play our mono black deck to completion. Alright. Guess we'll go Vampire Spawn here. Next turn we can go Prism and Deadly Dispute if we want to. Down goes Sepulchre Ghoul. It's a pretty good card. 3 mana, -2/-2. In the beginning of each upkeep, it keeps shrinking it. If it's bigger than a 2/2, you can kind of delay the result. But not bad here. We've got the Deadly Dispute and the Prof Prism combo. We don't have the Steel card yet. So we could kill that, but I'm going to do this first. No reason not to attack with Vampire Spawn here, unless they're going to attack us back, but I doubt they will. So let's get in here. Are we willing to trade Vampire Spawn for Circle of the Moon Druid? Yeah, probably so. Oh, nice. We got in anyway. There we go. And we'll play another one. And now we have a couple of removal spells here if we want them. Well, I guess we'll see what they have. Let's do this one because it deals 5 damage to our creature planeswalker. Okay, but that uses our treasure. Let's do this one. They might have a way to protect it. In fact, they probably do, but I'm going to make them use it pre-combat. Yeah, so they get the 2 counters on it. So we could throw away one of these cards to put them to 4. With this, they're essentially at 2 if we do that. We would throw away Sepulchre Ghoul to put them to 4 here. We do have a potentially hasty Battlecry Goblin coming. And then we could finish them off with the Fireball. Alright, I'm going to go for it. Okay, they're at 4 now. Don't know what that does. So whenever it attacks. So it won't be attacking. So this should do it, right? So we kill this thing, put them to 2, and then attack with both. Yeah. Not rolling great today, but that should still do it for us. Alright, 2-0. Not too bad. Alright, having great luck with the dice rolls today, as far as going first, not for the ones that we're playing in the game. So we're gonna keep this one here, and probably lead on Rabble Rouser here. Probably gonna have a good attack with it. Alright, well, in we go. Guess we'll play the other one now. So, one in a red gets both of these +1/+0 until end of turn. Not too bad. This card seems pretty good. It's like a 2-mana sorcery speed opt, and then you get a 5-mana 3/3 flyer. Sure. We can pump this once and play Shadowheart. So let's do that. And the Specialized could turn into a 4/4 Death Touch lifelink or a 4/4 Death Touch that pings them for 2 and us for 1 every turn. I think I'm willing to get in with these two, and we could possibly get them with Manticore here. Alright, so we'll kill the Librarians. By playing Manticore post-combat. Alright, now they go to 12. We did have to trade off one of the Rousers to do that, but that's okay. Well, that's certainly good. Big chonker with Ward, huh? Is it worth discarding this Rouser? Maybe if we play this Rouser, then attack with it, we conjure that extra 1, and then we can discard that to Shadowheart. It would turn into... whenever you lose life during your turn, it deals that much damage to each opponent. So they would be taking 2 at the end of every turn. It's pretty good. So let's get in here first. Then we'll do this and play the Rabble-Rouser. We are pressuring their life total pretty effectively here. Pilgrim's Eye, let's see if they have a splash. They do not, but that's still pretty good for them. Trades with Manticore. And then a 4/1. Okay. We could also just discard the mountain right now to Shadowheart. Seems pretty good. Let's do that. So you can turn it into this one, discarding a mountain. And I don't think we have any attacks. So go ahead. We'll hold up Deadly Dispute. They're on a clock here. They can't deal with Shadowheart, which they probably can. They have a lot of cards in hand. No? I would very much like more cards, and this one is not very relevant right now. So let's get rid of it. I'm suspect of that counterspell, so I'm going to do this on my turn. Alright, what do these do? That one can keep returning. This one can specialize to do some things for us. Let's play this one. Still don't have good attacks here. I mean, like, we kind of do with this, if we want to use our treasure. Actually, no, we don't. Thought it was +3, but it's not. No attacks, end the turn. Get the trigger. Interesting that they let the trigger resolve. But now we do still get to cast this as a 1 black-red on this side. It doesn't revert back to that side. Okay, so we still get its effect, which is good. I don't think that's how you want to do it. Could be wrong, though. You might know something I don't. We could go for the win with Grim Bounty, but let's do this. See what they have. Because remember, this thing's going to deal 2 to them on their end step. Unless they counter it. Alright. Everything dies and they get a treasure. Let's hope they don't counter this now. They didn't, and then we'll just play this one. If they do counter that, then it's probably okay. Alright. Alright, what do you got now? Getting back Pilgrim's Eye. Alright. Do I get a C? I don't. Seek a non-land card. So we know they drew a non-land there. I think that means we have it. More than likely. Well, they could still have a couple of things here. That should do it then. All right. Sweet, 3-0. Keep the train rolling. Well, we finally lost a die roll, but we do have a 2-2, so we'll keep it. Now we just need a Sepulchre Ghoul. Now we really need a Sepulchre Ghoul. They did not get priority there. Pretty good. Not so good. They're just going to block. I mean, they've already gotten the 2-for-1, but like... At least it puts it into the yard for Saravok. Oh, they didn't do anything. Alright, well then I'll take that. Shoot your shot, folks. Sometimes it works out. Paladin. Oh my god. We need a sack outlet. Still nothing. They are getting priority for 2 black now, though, so... They might have that, like, 1 mana target creature gets +1/+0 and indestructible, maybe? Which they would have used there. Alright, so there goes Grim Bounty. So they are going to gain the life. Maybe we could just pass and use Windfall. Probably discarding one of these. I mean, they're very good, but if we don't have a sack outlet, they're not great. I don't really want to use Grim Bounty on like a Paladin. Let's try to hit our land drop here. All right, there's our land drops. And I am willing to trade this for Paladin now. No sense in attacking because they're just going to hit us back and gain the life, so... Make them have the removal spell. And I think they have a trick, but like... We're gonna block. Okay. Guess that works. Passing with all of your mana up. Well, let's start with this, I guess. There's the ghoul. But, like, I don't want to expose it to removal. This is an instant, so... I think I'm just going to pass. Alright, so they did nothing. Literal nothing. Okay, I guess we're doing this then? I mean... Okay. Fair. Yeah, I'm not exposing Sepulchre Ghoul to removal. I'm just going to wait till they play their creature. Oh, come on. That's so bad for us. Don't have another one, I swear, if you have another one. Okay, go ahead. we had to discard a Provocation and a Grim Bounty. It's like the best Demogorgon's clutches there's ever been. Alright, well, to protect against more discard, we'll just pass it back. We are not really in the business of being able to play this card. We can improvise it and give it lifelink. But God, they're just gonna kill it. Alright, go ahead. So what could this turn into? When this creature specializes, conjure a duplicate of target creature exiled with the creature in your hand. It gains, you may spend mana when it enters the battlefield, lose 2, you gain 2. It's pretty good. Or it could turn into... Okay, they could put it straight on the battlefield, like a reanimate kind of thing. Probably need to get rid of that. We would need to do this, then play Ghoul, and then eat it. Because if you play Ghoul first and they kill the Ghoul, then you go for this. That would be really bad for you. So let's try that. Okay. So they're just going to like eat our graveyard, I guess. I don't think we have any way to interact with our graveyard, so... Guess that's fine. So they're just churning through our graveyard here. Alright, we'll go to combat, attack, go to damage. I mean, we could specialize it, but like... So what does it specialize here? Yes, we could specialize this and still sack it. Right? I think so. So which one do we want? I think we have to get rid of this thing. This is like not doing anything for us this game. We'll take... Battlecry Goblin seems pretty good. And then we'll get rid of that. Alright, so we've used all 3 of our provocations here, I think. Yeah. So. And there is a black dragon that is going to kill us in 2 turns. Okay. Oh no. Oh, I meant to pump that. Oh, I thought it just had haste. They weren't blocking. I mean, we're still going to die in 2 turns. So. Alright, so let's sacrifice that. Draw 2 lands. And draw a 3rd land. And then die to Black Dragon. Okay. Oh well. I don't think it would have mattered. They weren't blocking. I mean, if they blocked, maybe it would have mattered, but like 3 lands on the top of the deck and they're going to kill us anyway. Okay, on the play game we have Rabble Rouser, and if we miss a land drop, Prof Prism to find it. So we will take this, and if this does have a clean attack, we can get another one, play it too. So we'll keep this hand here. We do have Ghoul, Deadly Dispute, but no way to steal a creature yet. I really do think they needed to make the Active Treason variant uncommon. Because this format is already starting to feel a little bit like original AFR with Steel and Sack. So we'll see. Maybe that's because both of the times I've drafted this so far I've done red, black, steel, and sack. So I'm biased. Alright, well let's get in there. Get the double team, go to damage. I think we're just gonna play it. Play next to. Not what I meant. Alright, well, that's kind of gets there a little bit. Well, that stonewalls this, because we don't have the mana up. So let's play Ghoul here, and hope that we draw land next turn. Alright, not bad. It's taunting us. Again. So this has to block if we get in with one of these, and then weaponry can take it down, and then we'll get a treasure. There's no choice but to block. Alright, go to damage. Okay. We've got the combo here, we just needed the lands. Let's see if Ghoul survives. Interesting card. Still no land, but we do have provocation. Could go Prof Prism, try to spike a land and play Spawn. That would be really good. I'm gonna try that. There we go. Am I willing to trade this for this? Yes, is the answer to that question. So we'll attack with both. Alright, go to damage, play Vampire Spawn. Now that blocks Circle of the Moon Druid well. Alright, so maybe they have a trick, but I'm still going to block. There's the trick. A very expensive trick. That is going to get wrecked by our provocation here. Ah, I remember that card now. Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good combo there. Let's go ahead. Take this guy. Alright, they go to 8. Oof. Alright, do they attack with Grim Wanderer? If they do, I think we win. Alright, I think that means we win. Alright. Because this can't block that, so that's 8 damage there. So there we go. Got a little greedy. Fine by me. Alright, on the play again. Got turn 2 Rabble Rouser, so seems good to me. Got to find one of those ghouls. We do have a 6 mana combo here though, so. Okay. They can't really block this. Kalane is a good one. Okay, I'll let that happen. Vampire spawn, I see. And it's a 3/4. And we're drawing the lands. Well, can't attack, so go ahead. Alright, take 3. Here are more lands. Well, we're not blocking, so get on in there, I guess. Alright, take 6. Alright, so next turn we have the combo. Probably going to have to use it. This thing can't block, can it? No. But it's a flyer, so it's going to be pretty good. Drider. 5/4? Oof. Alright, well we're taking that right now. Do we get in with these as well? I don't think we do. Because we make a 2/1 off of this. Alright, got the combo again next turn. Okay. I think I'm just going to chump here. And the reason being is because we have Faraday's Fireball in hand, and this could kill us if we go too low. If we go to 6, we're effectively at 4 if we let this happen. So I'm just going to chump here. And now we have to steal the ghoul. Which I don't like. Another thing we could do is fireball the ghoul. This thing will have to die as well, so we're really on the back foot. Well, good thing is this does have reach, so if this stays around, we can block that with it. But I'm worried that they're going to have a provocation here, and then we're basically just dead if they do. So I think I'm just going to try to do this now. Gauge where my life total is. And see... We've rolled a 1, a 1, and a 3 off of Faraday's Fireball in this video. And maybe combined between the last video as well. But yeah, it's been interesting. Okay, so now we're going to go pretty low again. Go down to 5, maybe 4. But the problem is, we need this for the provocation. To kill one of their creatures. Yeah, I just have to chump. See if they play the dragon. The dragon's not great on this board. Oh, geez. Okay. So we have 9 mana. We can do this for sure. We're gonna have to. So let's take that. All right, this could be interesting here. If we go in... Oh, this has Menace? Oh, well then we win. If they don't block. If they chump this, then we lose. Oh man, do we risk that? They have to chump, right? If we go in with both of these? What happens if we don't? So if we go in with this, and then they're at 4, we use this, we could still use this on that, have this left over, but we'll have to chump with it, and that's not a winning recipe. Oh god. Ah. Okay. They did chump. So we absolutely have to do this. We have no choice. We could Dragon's Fire this one. Or we could just play a 4/4 and hope they don't have removal. This guarantees we don't die if they don't have haste. And this, if they have removal, means we lose. I'm going to take the riskier line here. I feel like if they had removal, they would have used it. This is definitely a riskier line, but I'm going to try it. I think it leads to a better win percentage if they don't have removal. Okay, that's fine. Well, less fine because of... That's not great. Oof. Alright, so they're getting all kinds of extra value here. God, this is difficult. So we have 9 mana. So if we attack, we can weaponry down this. We could attack and then Dragon's Fire down that. And then still play a ghoul. But then they have a 3/2 flyer. Let's do this. Then we can still hold up Dragon's Fire here. This is quite the combo. Alright, here comes Young Red Dragon. It's 4/3. Down goes the Poker Ghoul. I think this has to be the one that dies. Here come our lands. They're drawing 2 cards a turn, so that's a problem. Do we get rid of Kalane? Do we attack with Horror? No, we can't do that. I wanted to use that to finish off their life total, but I think our life total is a little bit more important. So there goes Grim Bounty. We can't play this because they're just going to Grim Bounty it. So we got to pass. Probably going to Grim Bounty our Spider. Then we have to chump or trade. So we can specialize this now. We just have to really have to hope we don't die. All right. So this is going to deal 2 damage to them at the end step, and if we steal this, we could give it to this, put them down to 3, put them down to 1. I'm going to wait one more turn and cross my fingers that they didn't draw a removal spell here. They're hovering over it. They don't know that we have provocation in hand, so there's a chance we could kind of steal a match here. If they just pass back, I'm gonna go for it. I mean, they're getting the value here. Drawing extra cards. Yeah, we kind of have to at that point. So, all right, let's go for it. Alright, what do they have? So this thing has Death Touch, so we can't really attack with Shadowheart. We do have Lethal, though. Technically, if Shadowheart survives. So if we attack like this and they have a removal spell, they still lose. They have to have 2 removal spells in hand. Alright, well, I'm willing to bet that they don't have 2. So, what you got? Oh, wait, no. They have to have 1. All they have to do is remove the Hook Horror. That was a miscalculation there. Oh, okay. Well, it worked. Never punished. Do as I say, not as I do. That was a little bit too nerve-wracking for me. Alright, so we're on the draw here. We've got Shadowheart on 2, Prof Prism if we want to do that instead. So we'll keep the hand. Currently 5-1. Pretty good. Rabble Rouser's a good one. So we'll play our 2/2 Death Toucher to combat that. Specialize is only 2 on this, which is kind of crazy. I mean, we could discard like one of these 2 here to make it into a 4/4 Death Touch lifelink. Let's see if it dies. Could have Dragonfire. We don't really have a block on that necessarily. I mean, we could. Is that better just to trade it and make them waste their whole turn? Or try to get it out of like Dragon's Fire range? I'm gonna wait a turn. Could be wrong, but hindsight's 20/20. We'll see. Okay. So whenever this becomes blocked, so doesn't mean block, which means we can do this now to get it out of Dragonfire range. Oh, never mind. 13 or less life. Oh well. That changes what I would have done. Let's do Ghoul. Yep. Early in the format, playing with rares, you know, sometimes you forget exactly how they work. So you can only activate if a player has 13 or less life. I guess that removes the ability to have a turn 3 4/4 Death Touch lifelink. So I see why they did that. I guess now I'll block the rabble rouser. And will not block that one, though. Soul Knife Spy. Okay. Well, here come... We've had a lot of these where we have 3 lands and keep drawing all our provocations and nothing to do with them, so... Let's try to find a land here, I guess. Nope. Yeah, no tax. I mean... Can't really do anything. We're just gonna die to our own Shadowheart and missed land drops. I'll trade this for a spy, but... Alright, so clearly they have some sort of combat trick, I guess. There it is. So I'm going to do this to prevent them from drawing a card. Miss another land drop. We'll do this one, I guess. Not blocking with the ghoul. Somehow we're still both at 13, and I don't know how that happened. Good news is they are missing land drops as well. Never mind. This stupid wizened Githrids blah 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 is getting annoying. Because we can't block it. Yep, we'll miss another one here. Alright, let's try to find one, I guess. There we go. Let's do this. At least that can block the stupid Githzerai. It'll just turn into a 0/0 or a 0/3, but it can block it, so might be worth it. Oh, never mind. They have a 3/1, so. We're gonna have to steal that. Because we're getting beat down by it. Well, they could have a counterspell, and that's bad news for us. But they could also have Dragon's Fire to kill this in response to us doing that, which would be just about as bad. So let's try this. There's the counterspell. Alright, so we're in trouble here. We're going to have to take some risky lines to get out of this one. Things like blocking this with this. Never mind. There's the Dragon's Fire, and I think that probably does us in. I don't know what that does, but it's a 3/2 with haste, so yeah, we're probably quite dead. You may discard your hand and draw 2 cards? Okay. We just die if we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're just dead. All right, well, got completely owned by missing land drops there. So, all right, 5 and 2. Let's try to rally. Okay, well we have 2 shots at a red here, but if we don't draw a red, we just straight up lose the game. So let's mulligan and then get the exact opposite hand here. Oh man. If they mull the 5, we might have to mull the 5 as well. Alright, well we'll keep 6. So that was pretty stupid. Please give me a black here. Not what I meant. Are we playing the exact same game? Just in reverse? They did miss a land drop. So did we. This is thrilling. Thrilling game of Magic the Gathering. Okay, well. Alright, we did draw out of it. So. Guess we're going to try this. Hope it survives. Because if they can start getting treasure, then that'll help them get out of this mana situation here. Alright, well I'm going to block. There's the combat trick. Oh, okay. Fine, I guess. Would love another swamp here. Oh, jeez. Card is stupid. Alright, well, I guess we're playing 2 creatures then. So they can how do they even cast that? Oh, for treasure? Come on. Don't know what that does, but it's probably quite good. So we're 1 mana away from stealing and sacking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to attack with this, get the double team, and then sacrifice it to Deadly Dispute. That way next turn we have a guaranteed steal and sack here. Then we got the extra card out of it too. Man. Definitely love another provocation, especially if they specialize this thing, turn it into create 3 white 1/1s or a 4/1 with menace, or they can give me that back and lose all his abilities and it becomes a 1/1. Okay. Probably have to steal the dragon first, because we're on a pretty quick clock with that. Well, so when we get this back, it's nothing but a 1/1. So if we steal this right now, we can hit them for 8 down to 8. And then we can play a ghoul. And then we could have removal up for that one. And we'll still have a 1/1 on the backside. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get the 1/1. They're at 7, we're at 14. We do have 2 more provocations in the deck, which would basically just be GG if we drew that. Fireball could also just help us win out of nowhere, potentially. Of course, they gotta get back their stupid Rasad now. Oh, but it doesn't exile something. And it attacks each combat if able. Interesting. So then we can definitely do this. Do they have a way to sack it is the question. They do. Oh. Well, that's bad. That's bad news for us. We can specialize this. Which is pretty good, because then next turn we could like Battlecry Goblin. I'd like to have it do the one where it kills them more. So we'll discard this guy. No attacks. So 6 mana 3/3? Yeah. Okay, I'm willing to go to 9 for now, especially when they're effectively at like 3. Okay. Still have something in hand. Guess I'll do this. Do they have removal? What is this? What is this? No, it's 3 mana. So they're... They're technically dead now. There we go. Alright, we did get there. That's a close one. There's a lot going on with those lines. There's so many different ways we could have taken that. But alright, let's try one more for the trophy here. Alright, well we have the combo, Ghoul into Provocation, so we'll keep it. As well as Rouser on 2 if we want it. Playing against Nacho. Okay. Can't really block that. All right, more red, black. Maybe we don't attack. We just play this. No, I want to play Ghoul, though. That way we can steal something next turn. This card seems pretty good. Especially in like red-black decks. Just a pretty good beater. And you can kind of scry. So. Just gotta hope that the Ghoul doesn't die here. Okay. Our life total's getting a little low for my liking. Another imp. Yikes. Well, I guess we're taking it. At this point, I'm probably okay trading Ghoul for that. I'm gonna leave that one back. I might just have to be good enough to block this stupid thing. Alright, down goes Ghoul. Still can't block. Okay. That's a nice combo. Treasure's leaving even triggers the imp. Okay, go to 9. I'm gonna do these first. No attacks. Go to 7. I feel like we just have to turn a corner here. Now, granted, we have 2 lands in our hand, so like, what are we doing with that? But all right, Shambling Ghast. It's not a bad draw there. So we're just gonna flash in Manticore and trade with the imp, or at least hopefully trade with the imp. Okay. All right. That worked. Hmm. I don't think we can get very aggro. We can only pump this twice. So we can attack with an army of 3/3s, but then, like, we die, basically. So pass the turn, because Pit Trap does have flash. Okay. Fine trading that for one of these at this point, I think. Okay. So we could pump this once, still have 5 mana left, which is not enough to play Pit Trap and still use it. So what I'm going to do is do this. And then ideally, no, because they could trade. So we're going to do this one to this one. And ideally, probably flash in Pit Trap and kill Goblin here. Okay. Let's kill the Goblin now. Whoa! If only we could had one of those where we got a nat 20. We got 2 1s and a 20 today. You're gonna want to, yeah, you wanted to kill that one, that's for sure. So that was wrong. Because this one can still have, this one still has the double team, so. Okay. Faraday's Fireball, pretty good. Let's start by getting in here. Get the double team. Go to damage. Think we're just going to use this now. Because we need to know what life total. Another nat 20. What is going on today? We've had 2 1s, 2 20s, and a 3. That's been our rolls, I think, over the course of like today and maybe from Friday as well. Sure. All right, looks like they are stuck on lands. That helps. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Pump this once. And you know what? I mean, we're not using that extra treasure for anything. So let's get an extra point of damage in there. All right, can we get across finish line, or will they draw some sort of bomb that doesn't let us win this game here? They do not. Second draft of the format. First trophy of the format with a nice old red-black deck. Red-black could be king in Alchemy Baldur's Gate as well. All right, so yeah, great trophy in the format. Something it's nice to have something other than Streets of New Capenna here on the channel. Hope you're enjoying the format. If not, then sorry about that. It's what we've got. So, yeah, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this one. You can check out our end screen to see Friday's draft, or check out our trophy playlist for Baldur's Gate. If that is of interest to you, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you on Thursday for your daily draft.